So I found this fact that I found really interesting. These Zen monks would be meditating and there'd be a guy with a stick. And when they were like getting a bit sleepy, they'd ask to be whipped. So they'd voluntarily sort of get a whip on the back to like wake them up a little bit. I thought that's dedication.
Setting in place a system for discipline, right? So asking for discipline.
Asking for discipline. And yeah, there's some discomfort in that, but it really works, doesn't it? If you're trying to meditate and you feel that pain, the nervous system will wake up and bring that alertness to your meditation if you're feeling tired.
Interesting. I mean, it's the furthest thing I would consider currently. Like, why?
But it brings alertness, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And takes away the sleepiness.
Yeah.
Which if you're meditating for, 8 hours in a day or something, you probably need something.
Yeah.
I also read somewhere that they also would take matcha green tea. The caffeine would be like a supercharge to make the meditation a bit more tricky, because your mind, with your eyes closed and drinking lots of caffeine, your mind's going to be flying.
You'll end up doing stuff like that.
Yeah. So yeah, but I like this idea of the ways of making things alert. And in my hypnotherapy practice, we learned this skill for habit reversal. So if someone's like, maybe it's chewing their nails, we'll get them to go through what they would do, like, oh, I'm but bored. And then they would, as soon as they start to reach the hands up to their mouth, we go, stop! So it would alert them and probably put this marker in place that is interrupting that unconscious pattern. So habits are unconscious, and we're going, stop! Some part of them will be registering to watch out for that next time they sort of do that unconscious pattern. So it really helps to make the unconscious pattern more conscious.
Okay.
It's a bit like the stick, the whip, making things more alert, more conscious.
Bringing threat into a situation that didn't have threat. Okay, yeah. Leveraging threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can, because fear sells.
Yeah.
Threat brings your attention.
Yeah.
So
it is threat, I suppose, really.
It is.
Even though you ask for it to be whipped, it's not, the body acts as if it's sort of threat.
Yeah. Even if you know it's coming, it's still going to be painful.
Yeah.
That's why it's not like a little nudge, like, could you ask someone to walk around and just remind me.
Can you just whisper in my ear, wake up
and keep meditating.
Please wake up. It's a bit different there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wake up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
the mind prepares itself for the whip, and in the habit reversal for the stop. It becomes its own, like, you become your own mentor in a way, because there's part of the mind that's looking for this stop. As if
do we want to be in that situation though? Do we want to be led by fear and discipline?
That's a good question.
It might get you out of the habit, agreed. It might keep you meditating, but you might have averted sleep at the cost of a different experience of meditation. Is a pained meditation worth it? Is being in fear to break a habit as good as potentially finding another way? Not being in fear and breaking a habit.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like, it's not like you should go stop and like they're completely like, what the hell? It's like you're not traumatizing them. It's a level of alertness that the volume and the sound brings. So I would say with that it's worth it. And with the meditation, if you're choosing to meditate for 8 hours, then maybe you're a sucker for punishment.
Yeah. And how else would this apply more to other aspects of?
Well, this is what I'm interested in. It's like, this might be an opportunity to go, where in life do I need a whip? Or someone to go, stop.
Yeah, okay, cool.
There's a great example in this book I read about Shaolin monks. There was this way of dealing with negative thoughts, a bit like habits really, but negative thoughts. Let's say you're in the supermarket, you are thinking about buying unhealthy food, and you're kind of having that to and fro in your mind, and the negative thoughts keep going like, go and get the chocolate, go on, get it. Yeah. You do a similar thing to the stop, but you just imagine that you banging your hand on a table and going, get out to the negative thoughts. This is what the book says. But there's a kind of, I mean, you could slap your leg. You might look like a bit like a grandpa. But there's even imagining that kind of stop, get out to those negative thoughts it really works. It brings a level of action and consciousness to this habitual rumination about should I, shouldn't I, and a physical element too.
Yeah.
I
think there's
to
definitely...
shout at yourself is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely something to bringing something that's either unconscious or hiding. Like, especially when a behavior is developing, a bad behavior is developing. I've definitely had the experience before where by confronting it and seeing it, like actively seeing this as, oh, this is quite a bad thing that's starting to repeatedly happen, like smoking, for example. That by seeing it in that way, where you can bring it out into the open and realize that is this an addiction happening?
Yeah.
This is more what seemed like just the odd cigarette here or there.
Yeah.
Is now turning into something else.
Yeah.
Where this is more than the odd one. And when did it become like this? And really
Creeps in.
Yeah, creep in, and then watching it creep in.
Yeah.
And then seeing it for what it is. Really, almost like I visualized it as a monster.
Yeah. So what you're saying here is like, often we sort of think of habits and they're just sort of there. We're not sure where we pick them up. But we're also saying there's loads of habits where it's like a slow car crash or something. It's like,
creeps
in. And you see it happening, but you're like...
But I guess because it hasn't got shape, then it's harder to see it.
Yeah.
But this is what, maybe the bringing attention to it, maybe the whipping, maybe the stop, get out.
Yeah.
Maybe that's calling attention to an entity which, you can't banish something if it doesn't exist, right? So if you told yourself, I'm not really smoking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I've got a smoking habit, but one cigarette in a blue moon turned into one most other days. Well, I suppose because you're not allowed yourself to identify it, you can't stop it. It's acknowledging the problem or acknowledging the thing you want to change. Yeah. Giving it shape.
What we need is exploding cigarettes. So like, you can, rather than any, let the packaging go back to like how it used to be. But one in every 20 cigarettes, it's like...
Blows up in your face.
Well, or even just a bang.
Like Wile E. Coyote.
That would bring a level of unrelaxation to the whole process.
Yeah. Very good.
Not really, but it would work. It would really work. But there's also something wonderful about how we can prepare as well for threat or alertness with these tools.
I am always a bit biased against, whilst the threat system is, in terms of how our brains work, the oldest, it's common to, however simple a brain you've got, as soon as neurons start organizing themselves together into a system that regulates movement and behavior, the first thing you've got is a threat system. And so like the oldest part of what we consider our neocortex is the archicortex, the paleocortex. So the rest of the brain, the folds that you see in the brain, has got 6 layers. The oldest part's only got 3 layers, and that's, as you'll have heard from many different podcasts and other content, that contains the amygdala. Yeah. But a lot of the limbic system with it. So these are to identify a lot of different important things, not just threat. Threat's an important one. Yeah. But even to put emotional valency of, this is someone I should pay emotional attention to. Yeah. Whether that's fear or whether that's love or whether that's, bonding or my family, that's all processed. Yeah. But so it's very, very old in terms of evolutionary history, and it's very, very powerful. Yes. Because it connects directly to a lot of your hormonal systems straight away.
It operates the espresso machine.
Yeah.
So when I go stop, you've just had an internal espresso.
Exactly. It doesn't need to reroute around other parts of your brain. It goes straight to your autonomic nervous system.
And it directs the attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have to.
Yes.
So your heart rate's already up.
Mm.
Your heart rate will change with decent amount of threat.
Yeah.
Pupils dilate, heart rate goes up. You will have already taken in a big breath. This is kind of
milliseconds and stuff.
Phenomenal machinery at work. This is also why, to a lesser degree, this is how you spot people across the street, how your attention gets guided to them.
Yeah.
So everyone will have had the experience where you're walking down one side of the street, maybe in your own world, maybe worrying about something, and suddenly you look across and there's someone you recognize walking the other way. Now, you, as far as you were aware, you were just in your own world.
Yeah.
What made you look up at that point? You've not been looking up and looking at all the strangers that you don't know.
Yeah.
You are in the periphery of vision. You are actually processing everything
Yes.
for a lot more threat than you're consciously aware of.
Yeah.
So that's how important the threat machinery is.
Yeah.
That it's processing everything. I mean, the threat machinery is a bit strong because we over-identify how much fear is involved. That's because fear experiments got a lot of funding and were a lot easier to do in the 20th century. But it's more about emotional valency, emotional strength. So something of emotional importance, of social emotional importance, the biggest of one is threat is a good example of that. You will be constantly subconsciously processing all of that all the time. And it's only when someone of a certain threshold, like just spotted my best friend or my girlfriend or boyfriend or my family member or brother, someone has got to exceed a certain threshold of your attachment and your emotional what you attach to that person, that representation of that person that you see. Now, as you're walking across the street, only when that is breached does a message now come into your consciousness to look up and recognize them.
So there's an image in your head or data in your head of this person, and it's like something's playing Guess Who.
Yeah, a bit.
It's almost like this matches the pattern. But it's not conscious at the time.
It becomes conscious because it is.
But some part is conscious, but not the awareness.
You're aware. Your overall awareness is not conscious, but you're processing some. And this comes back down to the efficiency of the brain. If you were aware of everything that's going on, you wouldn't really be able to do anything. But you kind of get a filtered view of what's actually around you based on what is important.
Yes.
And actually, the brain will fill in a lot of gaps. There's some interesting studies to show how, with vision, we don't actually take in what's around us. So you can change a lot of things in the environment, and people won't notice until there is a reason for them to pay attention to a new change that is important for them.
Yes.
Threat being the most obvious example.
But and also like the example about imagining slamming your hand on the table and going get out to like the negative thoughts to eat chocolate, whatever, is that's maybe the threat system isn't involved, but it's not quite the same as like a surprise. That's you being kind of resolved. So maybe that's slightly different. Because that'd be coming from you, wouldn't it, rather than from someone else?
I think you are. It's coming from you, but you're still you're putting yourself into an emotionally heightened state.
Yeah.
The way you're saying "get out," is one of force and anger.
But
which is important?
It is important, but isn't there like we need these emotions and things to drive us to do stuff? Otherwise, we would just probably be killed or not do anything. So maybe it's not necessarily bad to sort of use that system to bring alertness.
It's about balancing energies.
It's about balance, yeah.
Just because there's a system which works well doesn't mean you should use it for everything. So
whipping yourself all the time,
because it will cloud how you then go about everything and how you feel about everything. If everything needs to be disciplined in your life, what are you inadvertently telling yourself? I can't trust myself.
Yeah.
How much you're attaching punishment and fear and anger and all of these things, which do have their uses. But if there can be a situation where you don't actually need them, you don't need that, the situation isn't benefited from adding discipline, fear or anger, then I'm slightly wary of why put it in there.
Yes.
Even if it's helpful, surely there's another way around it, is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
It could work. I'm not saying it won't work,
Yeah.
but why not find another way?
I don't know.
So,
I don't know if there's another way.
there's got to be. There's got to be ways around how you bring attention to. I mean, for example, there's identity shifts if you want to change behavior. So
But if you're really deep in habit or rumination about something, some energy's got to shift in some way.
yeah, but how you bring the shift is now important. So the as in many sources, but more recently, a great example is as described in Atomic Habits by James Clear. The most lasting way in which you can change habits is by having a positive identity with your new habit formation. So that's a totally opposite way, where you're getting to the same output, which is to change your behavior, but not via threat, anger, or discipline. So the way that's reasoned is to say, eventually, you can use different ways. You can make the bar. This is just to summarize some of those concepts in that book, but it's a great book. It's worth all the hype. But in Atomic Habits, some of the easy ways in are to lower the threshold, how difficult it is for yourself. So habit stacking is one.
Yeah.
So when you have an idea that you want to change something, let's say you want to start going out for a run, then make the time that you're planning to go out for a run as easy as possible by having your clothes already out.
Yeah.
And so that you don't then have to come to the point of the decision and then I'll wear my clothes, or they're not ready, I'm not going to do it.
So this way, rather than alerting yourself in the moment or before, and then it becomes like set in the mind, this way is planning your life around your habitual behaviors or to form a new one.
Yeah.
So again, that's consciousness.
It is bringing into consciousness.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm happy with bringing it into consciousness.
Yeah.
I guess I'm wary about how you bring it into consciousness. And I suppose the way this is like you said, so there's an organization part of bringing it into consciousness. There's then leaning on social promises. So for example, if you do things in a group, if you go for a running group, you've got that social cohesion.
Yeah.
You people are depending on you to be there. You've got that expectation set.
Yeah.
So you're more likely to do it for others as well as yourself.
Yeah.
So you're leaning into that. That's positive. Still bringing it into consciousness, but positive rather than fear and anger. And thirdly, he then says, and not just James Clear, but it's been consistently written about identity change, where you no longer want to go out for a run.
Yeah.
You are a runner.
Yes.
So it doesn't really matter, because what does a runner do? They go out for a run.
Yeah.
But until you accept and become that identity, then that's the strongest thing that's going to keep you there, because you've now defined yourself in that way.
Yeah.
So you're going to start looking at running magazines or watch those videos or...
Yeah, but I totally get that. But for something like nail biting, when you have times where, let's say you're in an office, or there's loads of times where you're just watching TV and you slip into that sort of sleepy unconscious place. A bit of alertness is what is needed, I think. It's not impossible to sort of do it another way. I'm just saying it's a great tool.
It is, yeah. I'm not denying it's a great tool.
Yeah.
I suppose I'm just picking a point of...
Maybe like, just shout stop a bit quiet. It's not like
no,
completely...
that might work. If you're going to do it, you might as well give yourself a good job.
Yeah. Also in this book, the Shaolin, it's about Shaolin principles, how to win without conflict. It also has this phrase, wanting without resolve to do it is like carrying a heavy millstone around your neck. It takes up all the energy that you can use elsewhere.
So that's kind of like wishing without actually doing anything about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that desire, that wanting without doing anything is like really a weight. It kind of fits in a little bit to sort of habit change and
I
kind of
fully agree with that.
Yeah, I just like the imagery of carrying a weight, and it makes you think how much energy it does use to sort of
to be desirous.
Yeah. But there's a homeostasis in desiring and not doing, in rumination. And again, the sort of bringing the alertness to it to get you out of that homeostasis is one way of dealing with it.
Yeah, it's definitely energy consuming, because weirdly, only by doing do you actually get more energy.
Yeah.
This idea that we can sit around and just save up the energy for when we're eventually going to do something doesn't work.
No.
We've all experienced lying around.
Clarity as well comes from action.
Yeah.
And the ruminating or the wanting is half about wanting and half about inaction. Something is preventing you from actually taking action. That's like going, play it safe. Actually, maybe you don't want that. Otherwise, you just go and do it or make steps towards it.
If it was strong enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it's quite a nice way of thinking, like, if I want something and I'm going, oh, I need this in my life, or I haven't changed my life.
Yeah.
You're not very compassionate to yourself. You're just carrying that millstone around your neck.
Yeah. And there might be a good reason why you've not done it already.
Yeah. But that kind of like, sort of saying something to yourself internally, like loudly, like, I'm going to do it, or stop wanting, get out, stop thinking about chocolate, or like, let's go for it. Let's go.
So these are very positive affirmations rather than internally guilting and shaming yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is the recourse to miserable life.
Yeah. But that's there's something powerful about shifting the energy in that way.
Taking more control.
Yeah, and it being a bit more emotional, isn't it? I think, expressive. If something's stuck, do something, which is kind of what you said. Maybe start with expressing.
Yeah.
And finally, is there anywhere where you need a stop in life or a whip to like bring alertness, like in meditating or anywhere in life? I'll give an example where I could probably help. Like, I could do with a bit of a whip in the mornings. Not really, but just like a bit of, let's go. I could do with a bit of waking up. I don't actually want someone there to do that for me, like a wake up. I could also do with that at times where I'm ruminating and wanting again without the resolve.
I think I have in the past more so than now.
Yeah.
I've put myself into work situations where the amount of responsibility or the feeling like I need to turn up and do a good job, almost the pre-guilt of it motivates me into doing it.
Yeah.
And that might be another
social accountability type thing. Yeah.
I'm not being able to trust myself unless what's on the other end is really, really severe. So that was definitely wow.
So the pressure to look good or get it right gives the motivation to prepare.
Yeah. No, for a while.
Or to bring the energy.
Yeah, at that point in time, I just felt like I needed to do stuff that felt like life-saving at the time in order to motivate myself to get up in the morning.
So, like, I wonder did you have like images of it going wrong, which is what I would have for stuff. So is that a form of motivation, do you think?
Yeah. But then I always perceive it differently. You don't so much sit around thinking, oh, this could go wrong. But you ride the adrenaline of it.
Yeah.
So the adrenaline kicks in of like,
the internal espresso.
Yeah, exactly. Turn up for a day's on call when there's already people to operate on, and right, let's go.
Yeah.
And then there's no sluggishness left in the system.
Yeah. This is happening now.
This is happening.
Yeah.
You just need to do it. So you bypass all of that, trying to talk yourself into something. That person's dying right now.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a bit of a cheating way around it, but that's how I use those systems, especially in my 20s. So there was no need to. There's no need for fighting distraction.
Yeah. I think I could do with my phone shouting at me if I'm on it too long.
Yeah. There are apps for that.
Or spikes coming out of it. Yeah.
I think there's got to be lots of other ways, right? How we can snap ourselves. What is it that we want to snap ourselves out of? Firstly, it's phones, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's phones, is it? We want to be less phone obsessed and more socially connected.
Yeah.
How can we bring consciousness into that? I think it's when we internally just know and tell ourselves really that this isn't connection.
Yeah. But everything is seamless about this. It works so well. chatting to you
Yeah.
on an evening or anyone or getting information. It just works so well. The seamlessness.
Yeah.
If this was the
comfort.
size of a briefcase,
Yeah.
well, it used to be the size of a room, the computer and the
Yeah.
phone and all the phone book listings. If it was less seamless,
We're
maybe
not going
make
to
it
go
more-
back that way.
No one's going to go back.
Not going back to phone books and
No.
computers and science.
It's mad, isn't it? Everything back.
Yeah. We're quite old. But how can we then get away from the phone and back into connection using a very conscious way of doing it? Almost akin to saying stop or get out and see people.
Yeah. Well, you could sort of, whenever you picked up your phone, you could sort of go stop to bring some awareness to it, but it'd be a bit of an uphill struggle because it's so seamless.
It is so seamless.
Yeah, and you could make apps more tricky to get into. You have those apps, but there's always a way around them.
So this is almost undoing your thing, isn't it? Yeah. The whips for the phone are not effective enough.
I think it would work.
Okay.
Like, I think if every time I was on Instagram for more than 5 minutes, I got whipped,
Yeah.
or someone shouted, "Stop!" or "You're ruining your life," out of the blue, I would instantly associate that with, within 1 or 2 times, Instagram will be ruined. But it's the unpredictability, isn't it? I think it's the unpredictability that makes it.
Maybe it's in content like this.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to tell you to stop, get out, and connect with someone now.
Stop.
Get out and connect with someone now. You know who. You already know who to go and connect with. Go and connect with them now. Now.
What a great way to end. Stop.
And if you like the ideas that we've discussed so far in this, here's another video which talks about habits.
Watch that and then stop.
No, go and do the thing.
Go and do the thing.
And remember this one and come back to it. Do what you want.
Nice. That was fun. Yeah.